Cold rain slicks the alley behind the dim restaurant, Seoul's neon haze cutting through the downpour like fractured knives. Amid overflowing trash bags, a faint cry pierces the silence. A newborn, wrapped in bloodied silk, discarded like waste. Nia Balogun freezes, heart pounding. She hesitates, then reaches in, cradling fragile life. Unknown to her, she has just stepped into a powerful man's world. Across the city, in a shadowed penthouse, Park Ji-hoon Adeyemi pauses mid-step. His eyes narrow at the glowing cityscape. Something has changed. He feels it like a thread pulled tight in the dark. Please like, share, and subscribe. Nia's hands trembled as she lifted the bundle from the reeking trash. The baby's cry was weak, ragged, cutting through the relentless patter of rain. She peeled back the silk cloth, fine and embroidered with subtle hanbok patterns, revealing a tiny face. Eyes squeezed shut, skin warm brown kissed by the cold. "Oh God," Nia whispered, her Nigerian lilt soft against the storm. At 27, she had seen hardship in Seoul's underbelly. Endless shifts, quiet discrimination, survival without complaint. But this was something else. This was abandonment without mercy. She scanned the alley. Empty. Her apron clung to her body, soaked, but she shrugged off her jacket and wrapped it around the infant. Police was not an option. Questions would come.
Papers would be checked.
And in a city like this, one wrong answer could erase her entire life.
No.
She would protect first. Nia tucked the baby inside her coat and rushed through the back door of the restaurant. The kitchen hummed quietly, empty except for the cold metallic smell of steel counters. She sat, rocking gently. "You're safe now," she murmured. The baby latched onto a bottle she quickly filled, drinking with desperate hunger. Nia blinked back tears. Her mother used to say compassion is not taught. It lives in the blood. Later that night, Nia entered her small apartment in Itaewon. The room was modest but warm. Ankara fabric draped over the window. A kettle sat on a single burner. Home, in its simplest form. She laid the baby on the bed, now wrapped in a clean towel. "What am I doing?" she whispered. The child slept peacefully. Inside the silk cloth, she had found a note.
"Take it.
End this." Her chest tightened. This was not random. She called her cousin. "Temi, I found a baby. In the trash." Silence. Then, "Nia, you have to be careful. That's not normal. Hide the child for now. Think tomorrow." Nia hung up slowly. She looked at the baby again. "Amara," she said softly. "You need a name." Across Seoul, high above the city, Ji-hoon stood still. At 39, he was a man carved from silence and control. His suit fit like armor. His presence filled every corner of the room without effort. On his hand, the tattoo curved sharply. A dragon woven with Yoruba patterns. Heritage.
Power. Pain.
His phone buzzed. "The package is gone," his assistant said. Ji-hoon said nothing. 5 years ago, his son disappeared.
Taken.
Erased. The memory never left him. And now this. "Find it," he said quietly. Morning arrived gray and heavy. Nia had not slept. She fed Amara gently, watching her small movements. Work could not wait. She secured the baby against her chest and headed to the restaurant. The morning rush came quickly. Orders stacked. Voices overlapped. Nia moved efficiently, balancing trays while keeping Amara hidden. "You look tired," Mr. Kim said. "I'm fine," she replied. A customer snapped his fingers impatiently. She ignored the tone, focusing on her work. In the restroom, she soothed Amara again. The words slipped out. "Mama." She froze. But it felt right. Outside, a black car idled. Ji-hoon watched. There she was. He saw her enter the back earlier. Now he waited. Something about her felt different. His phone lit up with an image. The alley. The moment. Her holding the baby. His jaw tightened. He stepped out of the car. Inside, the atmosphere shifted instantly. People noticed him without knowing why.
He sat.
Waited. Nia approached. Their eyes met. Something passed between them.
Silent.
Heavy. "What would you like?" she asked. Anything, he replied. She studied him briefly, then nodded. As she turned, Amara made a soft sound. Ji-hoon noticed. That night, the alley was quiet again. Nia stepped out, Amara resting peacefully. A shadow moved. Ji-hoon stepped forward. The child, he said. Her body went still.
No.
His gaze sharpened. She does not belong to you. She's not an object. Silence stretched between them. Rain began again. Walk away, he said. Nia lifted her chin. Try to take her. For a moment, something unfamiliar flickered in his eyes. Respect.
Tomorrow, he said.
We talk.
Days passed.
He returned. Every day. Watching. Learning. Nia refused to back down. You lost someone, she said one afternoon. His expression changed slightly, but he said nothing. One evening, he followed her home. She opened the door carefully. What do you want? He stepped inside. This is bigger than you understand. Then explain. He looked at the baby. For the first time, his expression softened. You are in danger. Later that night, Nia cried quietly. She did not regret her choice, but she feared the consequences. A figure followed her the next day. She noticed. Her steps quickened. A car pulled up suddenly. Get in, Ji-hoon said.
No.
He stepped out. The man following disappeared instantly. Inside the car, silence filled the space. You cannot protect her alone, he said. Nia stared ahead. I already am. 2 weeks later, everything changed. She moved into his protected residence. Not by force. By necessity. Their distance shrank. Their tension grew. You don't control me, she said. I know. But his actions said otherwise. Any night, they stood close. Too close. You should stay away from me, he said. Then stop coming closer. Silence. Then his hand lifted, hesitating before touching her face. She didn't move. Neither did he. Until finally, the distance disappeared. The moment faded into darkness. The next day, everything shattered. A call came. A threat. The past was no longer hidden. You need to leave, Nia said.
No.
You'll lose everything. His voice dropped. I already did once.
Before dawn, she packed.
She had to go. For Amara. For herself. She stepped into the hallway. He was already there. You're leaving? Yes. You can't. I have to. Then the baby cried. He picked her up carefully. For the first time, his control slipped. Footsteps echoed outside. Voices. Danger had arrived. Nia's breath caught. Ji-hoon turned toward the door, eyes dark. Everything was about to collide. The air in the courtyard shattered like thin glass. Lena stood at the iron gates, flanked by 3 men in dark suits. Her face was calm but dangerous, her fingers tapping lightly against a silver clutch. Behind her, headlights from black SUVs cut through the night, casting harsh light across the wet ground. Inside the villa, Park Ji-hoon Adeyemi did not move immediately. He held Alma carefully, her small breath steady against his chest. His other hand rested on Nia's shoulder, firm but grounding. The tattoo on his wrist shifted as his muscles tightened, the dragon and patterns catching the dim light. Leave, he said. No raised voice. Just certainty. Lena let out a sharp laugh. You think you can hide her forever? That child belongs to the network. You broke the agreement. You betrayed your own blood. My family is mine to define. Ji-hoon replied quietly. And this child is mine to protect. Nia felt the shift in him. The composed billionaire disappeared. What remained was something deeper, more dangerous. I see nothing here that belongs to you, Lena said coldly. Only a mistake. She gestured slightly. One of the men stepped forward. Ji-hoon moved before the man could reach the door.
Smooth.
Precise. Final. Min-soo appeared from the shadows, with 2 guards. The police are on their way, Min-soo said calmly. This is already reported as an intrusion. Lena's expression flickered. Uncertainty slipped through her control. You play dirty, she muttered. Survival, Ji-hoon answered. He stepped closer to her, close enough that she had to tilt her head slightly. His presence alone pushed her back without force.
Leave now, he said.
If you return, I will not involve the police. The silence that followed carried more weight than any threat. Lena stepped back first. She turned sharply, her heels striking the ground as she walked away. The men followed. Engines started. The vehicles disappeared into the night. Silence returned. Nia exhaled slowly. Her legs felt weak. They will come back, she said. Yes, Ji-hoon replied. And when they do, they will not be ready. Morning light filtered through the glass walls of the villa. For 3 days, they stayed inside. The outside world buzzed with rumors. Corporate tension. Hidden conflicts. But inside, time slowed. Nia focused on Alma. Feeding her. Holding her. Watching her sleep. Ji-hoon worked in the study for hours at a time. Quiet calls. Controlled instructions. Every evening, they sat at the table together. 2 plates. 1 silence. He watched her closely as she fed the baby. Her breathing is stable, he said. She wants to live, Nia replied softly. He paused. My mother used to say strength does not need noise. Nia looked at him. Like you. Their eyes met. There was no dominance in that moment. Only something tired. Human. Why are you still here? He asked. I could ask you the same thing. You have a choice. So do you. He leaned forward slightly. I cannot promise safety. I did not ask for promises. I can promise action, he said. Anyone who comes for you will not succeed. Nia held his gaze. I believe that. They left Seoul quietly. A private jet carried them to Jeju Island. The estate was isolated. Quiet. Surrounded by nature instead of noise. The difference was immediate. No pressure from the city. No constant watch. Just space. For 2 days they barely spoke. On the 3rd night, Nia brought tea into his study. He stood over a table covered in documents. You should rest, she said. I do not rest. You should try. He looked at her. Do you believe in fate? I believe in moments that change everything. This is one of them. He stepped closer. Why did you pick her up? Because she needed someone. Why you? Nia met his gaze. Because no one else stopped. Silence filled the room. He reached out slowly, touching the side of her neck. You were never invisible to me. Her breath caught. Neither of them moved for a moment. Then the distance closed. The kiss was soft. Careful. Uncertain at first. Then deeper. His arm wrapped around her, steady but not forceful. She responded without hesitation. This was not impulse. It was recognition. When they pulled apart, the silence returned. But it had changed. Stay, he said quietly. I am already here. 6 days later, the truth arrived. Dr. Okonkwo delivered the results personally. Ji-hoon read the report once. Then again. His hand tightened slightly. She is mine, he said. The words felt heavy in the room. Nia held Alma closer. You were never meant to lose her, she said. He stepped forward slowly. You kept her alive. She kept herself alive, Nia replied. And you gave her the chance. He looked at both of them. There is only one way to protect her completely. Nia's expression shifted. What way? He did not hesitate. Marriage. The words settled between them. You are serious. I do not say things I do not mean. Nia took a step back. I am just a waitress. You are more than that. You barely know me. I know enough. He lowered himself to one knee. For the first time, control gave way to something real. I do not ask lightly, he said. But I am asking now. Nia's eyes filled with emotion. You are offering me a life I never imagined. I am offering you a future. She hesitated, then nodded. Yes. He stood immediately, pulling her into him. The moment felt final. Certain. Alma made a soft sound between them. The wedding was quiet. No media. No attention. Just presence. Nia wore a simple but elegant dress. Ji-hoon stood beside her, composed as always. But when he looked at her, something softened. I choose you, he said. Then I choose you too, she replied. The ring sealed it, not just legally, but emotionally. Months passed. The threats disappeared. Lena vanished from the picture. Ji-hoon ensured it. The truth came out quietly through controlled channels. No chaos. No scandal. Just resolution. Nia began studying, building something for herself. Ji-hoon supported her without controlling her. Their home became something new, not just a place of protection, but a place of belonging. One evening, rain tapped against the windows. They sat together in silence. Alma slept nearby. Do you regret it? Nia asked.
No.
Not even a little? Not even once. She smiled. I was afraid at first. I know. I am still afraid sometimes. So am I. She turned to him. You? Yes. Of what? Losing this. He gestured around them. She leaned closer. You will not. He looked at her fully. I love you. The words were simple, but they carried everything. Nia's breath caught. I love you too. They kissed slowly. No urgency, just certainty. 1 year later, Ji-hoon stood before a crowd, speaking with calm authority, but his attention drifted to the front row, to Nia, to Alma. After the speech, he walked to them, took her hand. This is my wife, he said clearly. Not for them, for everyone. Nia smiled. Alma laughed. And for the first time in years, Ji-hoon felt something he never expected again.
Peace.
In a world where power decides fate, sometimes a single act of kindness rewrites everything. She chose to care. He chose to protect. Together, they chose to stay. If this story moved you, please share it with someone who needs it. Please like, share, and subscribe.